Hey everybody, how are ya? I am so glad that you're joining me here again today. I have decided that I'm going to do a lot more live streaming over the next little while just because it gives us a chance to connect. And a lot of us are stuck at home. And I think that it's a great way to take our minds off of life situations and onto some fun stuff. And I really love talking with you. So, hello. Say hey to Tim and James and Anthony and Cindy and Edward and Ray. I'm so excited that you're here. Hi, Andy. This is awesome. Today, I want to talk to you about doing indoor photography. Not just any indoor photography, great indoor photography. I have some ideas for you. I want to show you some of the inexpensive gear and tricks that I use. And hi, Steve. It's so good to see you here. And then I want to tell you about my idea for keeping us busy during this time of change. And that is, I am going to be holding a photography contest. So, hey Shane, hey Alan. Oh, it's so great. I can see all your chats coming in, and I'm so excited. You guys have no idea how much it means to me that you're here. And yeah, okay. So, shall we get started? All right. So, you'll see that my set here today looks a little bit different. And yeah, so this is still my regular set, but I've draped a black thing, a black cloth over it. It's actually fleece that I got from the camera store a couple of years ago, and I love it. It is probably one of my favorite um, props for indoor photography. The reason I love it so much is, and the reason that I hung it up behind me is so that I could illustrate to you what it does. The black fleece absorbs light. It doesn't reflect it at all. And so behind me, it just looks like black. And that is one of the fabulous things that you can use to put behind an image when you want to just have a solid black background. So I hung it up here to give you a look at one of my favorite pieces of gear. And yeah, let's see what else we have. Hi, Johan. Hi, Timber. Um, Guys, Calvin, it's awesome to see you here. I love it. I'll keep checking the chat from time to time here just to say hello, and also to see if you have any questions. And I want to say congratulations, Noreen. That is fantastic news. Noreen had a new grandson born this morning. Talk about awesome. What an amazing gift and a wonderful symbol of hope. Congrats. Please give my congratulations to the whole family. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. All right, guys. So I've talked about this black background. Why don't I give you some examples? So this is one of the examples that you can do taking images with a black background. Now, this image was not taken with this black background. And the reason I've put it in here, though, is because it's very similar. And I wanted to put it out there as pets, okay? Do you have any pets? If I had a cat, you guys would probably never watch my channel because I would probably have 10,000 images of my cat. Unfortunately, one second. Unfortunately, one of my kids is really allergic to cats and dogs and all of those things. So if we had any pets, then it would probably be something like this: salamanders or, um, you know, strange reptiles. But honestly, black background. So what you want to do when you have a black background is I'm going to give you some ideas and just some tips and so on what I do when I'm taking photos just throughout the whole live stream today. And I'm just reading here. That's awesome. Yeah, everybody, Noreen, congratulations again. And oh, photographing the family in a future vlog. I would love to talk about that. It's a great idea. Okay, so let's see what else I have here. Okay, this is an image that I took with this black background. Okay, now the trick to using the black background is not to have direct light on it. So I would not take my lighting and put it on the background. What I want to do is take my lighting and put it on my subject. Okay, so what that does is it creates an HDR situation. Let me show you here. Sorry. This is one of the lights that I use, okay? It is not expensive. It's an Opus Pro and it has 3 lights in it. I can take some out, I can put some in, and I have here somewhere, oh yes, a little white umbrella or any kind of umbrella that you want that can just stick in here, and that way you can have the light softer on your subject. But a really simple light like this comes with a light stand that's very much like a tripod. Have your light on your subject, okay, and then have a black background. And what you end up getting is an HDR situation, which means that you have a high dynamic range. You have something really bright and something really dark. So if you use your camera to expose for the subject in the subject in your photo, then the black is just going to disappear. It's going to fade right down. So a light like this is really fantastic. You can angle it in all sorts of different directions. And I can't remember, maybe $200. I know there's more online now that are much cheaper. I probably bought it about 5-10 years ago. I'm not even sure. Yeah, so, oh, Debbie, hey, it's so good to see you here. And Ruby, hello. And Eckhart, it's so awesome to see you. And so, lighting. All right, let me just go back to that. So I showed you this one with the rings. Okay, so these are my hands. I set up the camera here. I set up my lighting, and then I held some rings and I put them here. This is a great image for stock photography, by the way, because it's kind of got a concept. You know, maybe there's a struggle, maybe there's a bond, maybe there's something else. And that's actually why I made this image. It was for stock. So I have that. And another one that I loved doing for with a black background or a dark background is marbles. One of my favorite things to photograph inside a house is marbles. Get out your 50mm macro lens or whatever macro lens you have, or even if you don't have a macro lens, just get one where you can get close up into a subject. And if you can't get too close, then put your camera on the highest quality that it has and then crop in. And I love marbles because they have so much detail. The light can come through them. There's all sorts of things that you can do with marbles. Now this one had a black background, a black wood surface, and then light just concentrated from above and behind the marbles. So lighting doesn't have to be expensive. You could use a desk lamp. Works just great. If it's too bright, you can maybe put, if it has that feature, you can get a dimmable one. Flash is awesome. This is one of those flashes that you just put on top of your camera and it syncs with your shot, so that's great. I like these ones that have different settings at the back. You can change the level, you can change the zoom of the light, you can change the mode. It's really great. They do take quite a bit of battery power, at least my old ones do. I don't really use flash much anymore, but I used to a lot when I did people pictures. And you can also get, I have this really cool, it's like a $5 item. It goes on the front and it's a big soft box, and it it sticks right onto the front. So lighting flashes, you can get little flash kind of things that can go on top of your camera, or put them on a tripod, a mini tripod, and just screw it on and then put it wherever you want. You can, because it has a little ball head on this, it's one of those Joby tripods that you can attach it to something. You can just place it wherever you want. Really great, really flexible for lighting. You can put your camera on it. This is another one of my not too expensive bits of gear. So, lighting, basically. Light, and if you want to go absolutely free, the best light is window light. So set up a table or something next to your window, put your subject on it, maybe put a cloth on it, maybe put your background on it, and then just use natural light that comes in. It's soft, it's beautiful, it's awesome. Okay, I'm going to head over to the comments again. And I agree with you, Noreen. Tim Day's photography is awesome. And I want to say welcome to Tim to the new live streaming club. And Tim did an awesome test live stream this morning, and all of us are so excited to tune in to his next one. Cindy has a great idea. She said that you can use a lens ball. A lens ball is so cool. I don't have one myself, but a friend of mine does. And when we went to California, we put the lens ball on top of a rock, and it's awesome. It makes the scene from behind it go inverted upside down, but it's beautiful. You should check that out. Lens ball, and really, really cool. All right, before I move on. Another piece of equipment that I use to create really nice indoor images is wood. I went out to Home Depot. That's one of the hardware stores in my area, the home improvement stores, that kind of thing. And I got a really rough piece of wood. It's so cool. It's like knotty pine. And I asked them to cut it for me into 4 pieces. Now, I have it downstairs, but I do have, if you don't want to get an actual piece of wood, you can get samples from home hardware stores or flooring stores and so on that are for, laminate. We have this. We actually are going to, at some point, John and I we're hoping to do it ourselves. But anyway, this is one of the samples that the store gave us. Now, if you have a few of these, and I have 4, you put them together and you have an amazing rustic surface for indoor photos. I love it. Now, that's my own preference for backgrounds and so on. You might have your own. You might like something a little more slick. You might like, a really reflective surface is really cool. If you get, if I take this, all right, this looks really neat, okay? If I take this and put it on the table and then get a piece of glass and put it on top, so that's fun. All right, I'm going to just check out your questions here. Calvin recommends Godox flash or strobes. Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to check those out. Thanks, Calvin. All right. So, let's see. What else do I have here? Well, I have some more examples for you. Maybe some ideas. Let's go back. So we had our marbles. I talked just recently about making a composite image. Now, the composite image that I did was just a sky and the beach, but you can get really creative with it, and it is really, really fun. So here is, and he is actually very good at math, doesn't really need that big of an eraser, but this was a really fun project to do. So I took a couple of images, one with my son just like this. Another one with the eraser held up by, I think I used a paper clip. And sorry guys, I'm getting a warning that that there might be some buffering here. I hope that that's not the case. Anyway, so you let me know if there's any problems with the stream. Okay, so eraser propped up with a paper clip. Paper clip is easy for me to Photoshop out, and then the homework. So this was 3 images, and we have a cool composite image. Let's see, what else? I like to just combine different objects around the home and maybe make a theme or make something else. This was like an old map and a pin and a little camera pendant, which, you know, is just my own creative fun. Also, if you have any grass outside, don't be afraid to head out to your backyard or your garden, front porch, and do some photos in the light. I know we're all, you know, quarantine sort of thing right now indoors, but if you can get outside, then, you know, put a book in the grass with a pencil. It's, I like it. I like the depth of field with the foreground grass all soft and then the lighting on the book. And yeah, it's really simple, but, all of these images too, guys, are stock images that I've used. So if you like stock photography, if you want to sell stock images, these are the kinds of things that work because they're simple and they have a theme. So book and grass, don't forget macro photography and food. So this was just a fun, I set my camera down in front of our pepper mill and I took a photo. It was the 50 millimeter macro. And I just wanted to get some of those peppercorns in there in focus. And the pepper mill was new at this point, so it wasn't very messy, which is helpful. And then I didn't have to do anything really with the background because I used a lower f-stop to make the background soft. So that was really cool. Eagle VP, hello, it's so good to see you. And I'm just checking the thing. Mark, it's good to see you here. And yeah, so I'm sorry if I said that wrong. So good to see you guys here. Awesome. Thank you. All right, a few more ideas. Peel an apple and throw it on your kitchen counter. And don't forget to go for some flowers. These are just some tulips that my father bought for my mom, and I put them by. This is all natural light by the window, and I just like the one tulip, and the 2 in the background are kind of soft, and I like the natural light going through the petals. It's so pretty. So work with your lighting. That's the key to indoor photos. Work with your lighting. Look for patterns. So this is one of my favorite things, white chocolate. White chocolate chips with sprinkles on them. Patterns. Fill the whole frame with a pattern. Go for it. Looks really cool. And don't forget the people in your house. This is another one of my sons, and his name is Eli. He doesn't look like this anymore. This was quite some time ago. I had a bowl of wooden fruit, and he was laughing and playing banana phone. So yeah, when you're taking pictures of people, just go for emotion, go for the sentiment of the moment. And yeah, so a few tips just when you're setting up your lighting. And I told you, when you have a dark background like this, you want to get your light on your subject. Okay, if you have more than one light, I can just show you this one. Try and get them maybe at 2 45-degree angles to your subject. Okay, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to see a strong shadow, put the light at a harsh angle and when you're looking to see if you've got the right setup for your lighting, look in your viewfinder, look at your image, your test shot, and look for a couple things. Look for, where are the shadows falling? Are the shadows stronger or softer than I want them to be? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Look to see if any parts of your image are blown out or clipped, meaning that that the brights are too bright and you've lost detail, or the darks are too dark and you've lost detail. Now, this background here, I would lose detail because it's just black, and that's okay. I want to do that. But yeah, just make sure that for your own creative vision, the things that you need are happening the way you want to. And Anthony, that's hilarious. Anthony says, don't laugh, but I have a banana phone. Oh, I laughed. I love it, Anthony. That's awesome. Bobcat says soap bubbles are fun and glycerin will make them last much longer. That's something I want to try. I haven't done that yet. That's a really great idea. If you guys have ideas, please post them here. I want to see. Mark has been photographing robins in the garden through the patio door glass. That's awesome. That's so good. What a great challenge. I love that, Mark. I want to see them. Make sure you post them. Okay, so I wanted to announce that I'm going to hold a contest. We are, thinking about stressful things these days, and it's really important to me. I want to be able to encourage people and help people somehow. And it's hard to do that when we're stuck inside. Normally, maybe I'd bring some meals to people, or maybe I would, I'm not sure. But it's a little bit challenging right now trying to think of how to contribute and give to one another. And I think it's really, really important, at least it's really important to me, that I want to make a contribution that has a positive impact on people's lives, especially right now. I think it's really important. And so this is my contribution. I'm going to hold a photography contest, and it's going to be photography. There's going to be a theme, and I have some prizes in mind. And so one of the prizes is a free one-to-one session, 60 minutes one-to-one with me online, like the online meetings that I run. You can check them out on my website. Normally they're $100. I still have them on sale for $49, and but whoever wins this will get a free session. Also, let me see, hold on. I have a list of ideas. So I haven't quite put together all of the contest rules and details yet, but I'm getting there, and I will get them soon, and very soon, actually, very, very soon. So free one-to-one session, and I want to feature the winner in one of my YouTube videos, and I can't wait to do that. I know I feature people already, but I'm talking about a big feature. And I also want to include the person on my blog, on my website. So I'll probably do like a little interview and showcase your photos. And yeah, I'd love to put you on my website. The other things I've been thinking about are possibly a signed book or a signed print, but I know at this time that people may not be wanting to exchange goods and so on. You can comment and let me know if you think that would be a good prize. Also, oh, thank you, Jean. Jean says that he likes the book photograph. Thank you so much. And yeah, big feature, Jean, definitely big feature. I want to encourage you. I want us to have fun with this. And so also a big discount on future workshops. So when things get back to normal, and I'm talking about, a big discount, maybe a couple $100, maybe more, I'm not sure. If I'm doing a local workshop and it's less than a couple $100, then it's a free free joining me on that workshop. If I'm doing a much bigger workshop, then yeah. So a package of prizes, all the things that I can give, and now I just have to think of the theme for the photo contest and the and the way that we're going to do it. I would like to do it in a way that everybody has access to it. So I know there are a lot of people stuck inside, and so I think it's going to be an indoor photo contest. And oh yes, thank you for asking that question. Yeah, so yes, there will be runners up and honorable mentions for sure. In fact, I was thinking actually of a first, second, and third prize, and then a bunch of honorable mentions because yeah, why not, right? It's better that way. I like that. So definitely that, and I want it to be so that we have a bit of a project that we're working on through this time. So yeah, that's it, guys. What do you think? Ideas, please post them below. Oh, hang on. How are we looking? Manual focus. Okay. So I have to figure out how to fix that. Anyway, big photo contest coming up. I will give you more info. So how to find out about it, I will post it on Facebook. It'll likely be on my website as well. And yeah, and then we're just going to go from there. So I hope that this was helpful to you guys to have some indoor photography ideas and some thoughts on lighting and so on. If you want to contact me, then email rachel@rachellerch.com. I'd love to hear from you. Hi, Leaf. Oh, hello from Norway. That is so cool. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so you can contact me via email. My website is rachellerch.com, and if you want to be on my mailing list, then sign up there because I'm definitely going to be announcing the contest on my newsletter. I haven't even gotten the March newsletter out yet, and but I still will. I'm working on that, and yeah. And I want to say, hey guys, and thanks for joining me. And I may be live again tomorrow with an update, another photography topic.